Hi, my name is Josh Hanum. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Interact. At Interact, we have had quizzes built on our platform that have been viewed over 1 billion times, and that's a lot of times. So what I'm going to talk about today is how to make a quiz that people want to take. People ask me all the time, how do I set up my quiz in a way where my audience or my ideal quiz takers are going to want to click on it and they're going to want to take my quiz? That's what I'm going to talk about. And I did a research study to figure out what the actual answer to that question was, because there's many different opinions on this. And so what I did was I took a subset of 40 million quizzes, 40 million quiz views of top quizzes built on our platform that have been taken 11 million times. So an average conversion rate of 26%. So 26% of people who see these quizzes take these quizzes. And what I did was I analyzed what are the common attributes of those quizzes that make people want to take them. I'm just focusing on the messaging and the approach of the quiz, not the questions or the results or any of that stuff. I'm just focused on what are the concepts and the way that these quizzes are framed that make people want to take them. So these are ranked in order from most important to least. They're all important, but they are ranked that way. So first one is identity. Quiz titles that help users discover something meaningful and unique about themselves. This example here, what type of speaker are you? This is from a speech coach that helps people learn English. And this is something that has to do with your identity. It helps you learn about yourself because you could be the brave speaker, the challenger, the influencer, or the avoider, depending on what result you get. It's also relevant to the topic of the brand. So you can't just have it be identity for no reason. Like, what's your personality? If that doesn't actually tie back to anything, that doesn't make sense. But identity is the number one thing across all quizzes that have high click-through rates. Second one is conversation. So speaking to people in a conversational style where you make it clear that this quiz is going to be a back and forth. We're going to have a conversation. People like that. People like to be able to voice their opinions and talk about what they want to talk about. If you let people know that this quiz is going to be a conversation about your identity, like the first point of this, then people are more likely to go through it because it feels personal. It feels unique to them. Next thing is that all great quiz titles are questions. Even if they're not written as a question, there's no question mark at the end, it's still a question. You're helping somebody answer a question. So you want it to be an intriguing question that's going to ignite curiosity and drive engagement. This example here from Dr. Scott Lyons, do I have a propensity for drama? Dr. Scott talks a lot about drama in relationships, and so you're going through their website and you're like, I wonder if I am a dramatic person, hence this quiz. Next thing is personalization. And personalization means letting people know that this experience is going to be unique to you. I like this example here. It says, let's find out your attachment style, because you could very well do a write-up of all the different attachment styles, but then you'd have to read through all the ones that aren't personal to you. And it doesn't feel very unique. It doesn't feel like it's made for you. Whereas this feels like it's made for you. Let's find out your attachment style. You go through this and you're going to find the one that's just for you. And then, of course, after that, you could always go through and read the other attachment styles, but it's going to be a personal, meaningful experience just for you as the quiz taker. Next thing is popular. And I want to caveat this because I don't mean generally popular. I mean popular within your audience. So pick themes that resonate broadly with your audience. This example here from Advice with Erin is great because Erin told me when I interviewed her for our podcast that a lot of people DM her asking because they feel unsure or uncertain that they're in the right career, or they just kind of have this nagging feeling that maybe there's something else out there. And so that's what this quiz is for. It's a career aptitude test that helps you find the right career for you. So it's a popular topic, but popular within her audience. And that's what's important. Next thing is concern. So a lot of quiz titles do answer a concern that people have. In this case, from Salary Transparent Street, the concern is I'm getting underpaid. And that's concerning. Like, if your peers make more money than you, it's not great. Like, you don't want that. So answering a concern or addressing a concern with a quiz title is a way to have more people take your quiz because you're just helping them out. Beyond that, there's also benefits. So it's the flip side of the same thing. Like you're addressing a concern that helps you in one way, you're helping people find the right thing for them, or you're helping them get a benefit that helps them in another way. It's kind of equal and opposite, right? So this coffee matchmaker from Henry's House of Coffee, let virtual Henry help you find the perfect coffee. By the way, if you're ever in San Francisco, stop by Henry's House of Coffee. Great spot, great people. And this quiz does a really good job of helping people get a benefit. Next is curiosity. This is from NASA. They made this quiz. What boots will you wear? It means what role would you play on a mission to the moon? That's cool. Makes you curious, makes you want to know, makes you wonder. Wonder and curiosity are excellent. They are drivers of movement. They're drivers of action. There's a lot of studies showing the connection between curiosity and action. So if you want somebody to take the action of clicking on your quiz to take it, make them curious. Next is immediacy. This example here from Jenna Kutcher makes it very clear that you're going to go through this quick, interactive, and fun experience and get an instant reward at the end. There's a study that shows the connection between instant reward and connection and your desire to learn more. And so if you can connect that up and let people know they're going to get an instant reward, then you'll activate that part of their brain that wants to go through it. Finally is relevance. This example here from the Booker Prize Foundation is a quiz about what book you should read in 2025. And it's great. I mean, it's relevant. It's both relevant topically, because if you're there, then you're reading about books. And it's also relevant time-wise because it's 2025. And so that's another great example of relevance. Hopefully these 10 attributes help you as you're formulating your quiz. Honestly, the best ideas come from the questions and the things that come up for your audience, your customers over and over again. If you can address those things and use the framing concepts that I've shared in this video, then you are in a good spot. I think where most people miss with their quizzes, and that's why they end up writing in or they have questions, or as we're formulating it, there's a lot of questions that come up. I think it's because the concepts of those quizzes are not really tried and tested with the audience. You don't have concrete confirmation that it's going to work. And so that's why I like these 10 attributes or these 10 commonalities, because if you go through the practice of figuring out these 10 things, it will kind of force you to think about what are the things that really do matter to my audience. And that's going to be ultimately what gets you to where you want to be in terms of click-through rates and engagement on your quizzes. But these 10 things, I think, act as a great checklist, great guidelines for making sure you have a quiz that's going to get the maximum engagement and click-through that you possibly can.